The market is healthy, the market is balanced, and the market is opportunistic. I think what's happened over the last year is we've seen an absolute absorption that we've never seen before. People relocating, people buying, people really changing the way and the reason they're buying for permanent residence. And I think that's an exciting distinguishing characteristic of this market. So inventory's tightened up. There's no doubt that we saw inventory go to record low rates, which has stimulated a lot of the new development that you see behind me. I mean, it's really fascinating to see this market evolve. 2 or 3 years ago, when we started talking about numbers like $2,000 a foot, they were sort of record-breaking, shocking numbers. Today, we're hearing $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a foot. So I think the market has a long way to go. And I think the types of buyers that are coming into this market, when you think about people like, Citadel and Ken Griffin's organization, to Goldman Sachs and the law firms that they're bringing and the caliber of buyers that are coming into this market, every part of this market has been challenged to raise the bar. And I think in doing so, you've enhanced the demand. It becomes that much more exciting and appealing to the domestic buyer and even more appealing to the international buyer. If you look back 10 or 20 years ago, most of the buildings were catering to second home, third home buyers, investment buyers, flight capital. They were much larger in size of units and much smaller in size of the actual apartments. Today's products vary. I think there's a product for everybody, but I ultimately think the evolution of those products have resulted in more permanent residences, larger floor plans, in many cases smaller buildings, but more projects, because as we talked about the inventory dwindling, we have created an outlet for that lack of demand by new development. Interestingly though, what you might have in 10 projects today would equate to simply one project 20 years ago. We have new and exciting innovative projects like Diesel, like Standard. You have 5 Park on Miami Beach, which is a unique evolution of really what the beach has become. You have Addition Residences in Edgewater and another Addition project on the water in Fort Lauderdale. The number of projects we have is really mind-blowing, but at the same time, as it looked at the number of units, I think very comfortable. We have projects, as I said, that cater to everybody. We're working with the Shatreat Group on a really exciting, heavily programmed product on the river in Miami. So the diversity of the offerings and the number of the offerings is not only exciting, but it's revolutionary. I think what's most unique about today's developer is they've been given an opportunity to create the most discerning product to meet the demands of today's buyers. The amenities that we're crafting are for the end user to enjoy and use, and much less about saleability. We're also giving developers the opportunity to really go to the most distinguished types of products and finishes and quality. What we're going to see is the concept we've always talked about at Douglas Elliman of the vertical residence really become crystallized into something that represents the alternative to a single family home in a vertical formation. We're seeing units that are 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, 6,000 square feet. I mean, it wasn't that type of product that people were coming here for before. It's really given us a chance, like so many of the other elements of the Florida market, to raise the bar and to do it with confidence and enthusiasm. Every single aspect of living today has been enhanced, whether it's the restaurants or the optionality, the hospitals and the quality of medical care, the educational institutions and the quality of medicine and doctors. Everything has been given an opportunity to truly evolve and become what I think many of us always knew Miami and South Florida was, one of the best places to live, work, and raise families in the world. As we wrap up the year, I think you're going to see a surge in activity, a surge in transactions, and a real pickup in the market. Inflation ticked down for the first time in a long time. The stock market's soaring. And I ultimately believe that interest rates will start to retract. And when that happens, I think you're going to see an extraordinarily strong amount of activity come back to the South Florida market. So I'm predicting a strong fourth quarter and a really strong 2023.